Welcome. Welcome to Touching the Edge. Thank you so much for joining. You know, we're in this process of finding that point where knowledge becomes power, and I want to suggest that there's a lot of elements that we can do that. We do that by enjoying our lives more, by getting to know ourselves better. And one of those things is being aware of what you love, and one of the elements that I love are bells. I love bells, and I love bells from around the world. There's something about bells that really create a relationship. When I ring the bell, because I've done it so consistently, some part of me automatically begins to ground and calm. And so I want to encourage you to develop ritual in your life. Ring bells, light candles, do practice in the same place on a consistent basis. Because when you do, you find that relationship that connects you to an inner grace. To me, this inner grace that we're describing is a connection with who we really truly are. And realizing that there's not a point that we can just say that we know ourselves. It's a continuum. We're always growing to know ourselves better. Or losing sight of ourselves. And so we want to recognize that getting to know ourselves is actually a direction and not a destination. And realize that one of the elements that is connected to it is what I call calm urgency. Calm urgency is recognizing that even when there is some crisis or some challenge in your life, the best way to deal with it is to calm down and then to move from there. I mean, even when you're dealing with someone who's scary, calm down first. Step into that calm urgency that allows you to see what exactly is the best route for you to take. Because when you're in that calm urgency, that's when your intuition really shows up. That's when you trust yourself to really go in a direction that feels right in your heart. And in that process, you actually find that what is happening is exactly what you needed. It's about developing a deep-hearted trust with life, realizing that we can trust life to guide us and not feel like we have to take the reins. It's realizing that being forceful is actually an expression of insecurity. If we are really calm within ourselves, then that urgency comes forth and we're graceful. And that grace is how we want to move through the world. We don't want to move through the world with force. We want to move through the world with grace, which means that we can check people who are being, not appropriate in our perception without vilifying them. Because when we create that image of negativity that shines out, it also shines back. So be in that calm urgency, be at peace, and allow yourself to act from that space. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. Calm urgency is finding joy in the midst of what is and realizing that things are working out. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be fine, and so will you. If we step into that calm urgency and allow life to flow through us and take us to where we need to go. I'm going to thank you so much for joining today. So happy to be in connection with you. Namaste.